Metal Gear Rising Revengeance has nearly 3 hours of gameplay dedicated to cutscenes alone. And today, I'll be discussing the cinematography of these animated cutscenes for the antagonists, along with how it's used to characterize them. In this video specifically, Jetstream Sam. The first introduction we even get of him is in the opening cutscene of the game. The way he's framed is already signaling to the player a sense of unease, as he uses a Dutch angle in almost every shot he's exclusively the main subject of. To simplify a Dutch angle, take your phone and hold it in landscape. Tilting it slightly to either side will result in a Dutch angle. The reason why the Dutch angle works here is that when you're usually looking at someone, you aren't looking at them from an angle, unless you're tilting your head at them in suspicion. The same concept is done here. I won't really point out these angles anymore because they are so commonly used in these cutscenes, and mentioning them every time will just become redundant. And you're probably smart enough to figure out when a shot is in a Dutch angle or not anyways. Once Jetstream Sam gets a kill, the Dutch angle is no longer there because he's clearly established as a threat. They also put him at a lower angle here too. It makes him look more powerful as you're forced to look up at him instead of just being eye level or even looking down on him. Now moving on to their first encounter together, we're already being given visual contrast between the two. Jetstream Sam's shot consists of him being in a warm and brighter image. On the contrary, Raiden is in a much colder and darker image. Even the way they're angled is different too. Sam has a big and dominating wide shot of him at his sword, but Raiden just has a close-up of his face. They're not even showing his sword either. Now while these cutscenes are probably the coolest animations you'll ever see in a video game, something we need to note is that Raiden loses his arm, but more importantly, he gains a scar on his eye. If you were to take one look at Jetstream Sam, you'll notice that they both have the same scar. Once the scar on Raiden heals, he'll already be more like Sam whether he likes it or not. This contrast between the two is paid off quite well later as Raiden develops as a character, because as he progresses in the game, he ends up coming to the fact that every life he takes is a valued human life.
My sword is a means to an end, to protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you, all those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
So what does he do? He accepts the fact that he's a cold-blooded killer and turns off his pain inhibitors. From this, he regains just a little bit of his humanity instead of just being a mindless super soldier that just kills.
Pain. This is why I fight. This is my normal. My nature.
You've lost your mind.
And once Raiden finally accepts this, he's in his final standoff with Jetstream Sam. Remember how I mentioned that Jetstream Sam was in a very bright and warm image and how Raiden was in a very cold and dark image when I talked about their first encounter? You'll notice here, Raiden is now in that same image as Jetstream Sam. At this point, the two are cut from the same cloth. They might even be the same cloth altogether. Raiden makes it perfectly clear he wants this dude dead. And Jetstream Sam actually commends Raiden for his desire to kill him.
I don't care who thinks I'm right. And I've got cause enough for killing you.
Huh? Oh, good. Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
Must you really fight?
Because it shows that Raiden has finally accepted the purpose of his weapon.
It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back.
No. My sword is a tool of justice.
If it weren't for the matching images, the way that the two are framed are exactly the same before they start fighting. They are now equal and on par with one another, and now only one could leave alive. Raiden comes out on top, It's revealed that Jetstream Sam had human flesh. He was not a cyborg like Raiden. This only means that Jetstream Sam could feel pain all along, just like how Raiden can finally feel that same pain too from disabling the pain inhibitors. It's safe to say that Raiden is Jetstream Sam at this point. They have matching scars on their eyes, they have a missing arm that was replaced, and they can both feel the same amount of pain in their bodies. And so with that, Raiden takes the Murasama, Jetstream Sam's sword, inherited from his father, and pays his final respects to his biggest adversary that had revealed himself at the very beginning of the game. Once he sheathes the Murasama, he is covered in the warm and bright sun, just like Jetstream Sam. Thanks for watching.